Now I am going to tell you commonly asked viva question in anatomy. First come to vertebra. There are how many vertebra we have? We have got 33 vertebra. How many is spinal nerve? 31 pair. Mind it. 31 pairs. Okay. Now don't confuse with number of vertebra in the spinal nerve. V comes later in the alphabet. So V will be more, that is 33 vertebra and 31 pair spinal nerve. Okay. Now the second question the examiner will ask, what are the parts of vertebra? It has got two parts. One is body and the rest are vertebral arch. Arch again divide into pedicle, lamina and 7 processes. There are 2 pedicle, 2 lamina and the 7 processes are 1 spinous process, 2 transverse process and 4 articular process, 2 superior and just below that 2 inferior. For the anatomical position in our body, the vertebra, just remember SBI fund, State Bank of India fund. That is the SB, superior articular facet should face backward and inferior articular facet should face forward. Okay. Now here lies the intervertebral foramen. The examiner will ask you what is structure passing through the intervertebral foramen. They are spinal nerve and radicular vessels. Spinal nerve above, radicular vessels below. This is vertebral foramen. When many vertebrae stack over one another, this form a canal, vertebral canal. Now what is the content of vertebral canal? It is a spinal cord along with the meninges and associated nerve root and their vessels. Okay. Now tell me, the examiner will ask you, tell me one vertebra which has got no spinous process. It is atlas. Tell me one vertebra which has got no body. It is atlas. One vertebra which has got tooth-like process. It is axis, the second cervical vertebra. What joint is in between the atlas and axis? It is pivot variety of joint. Where else you can get pivot variety of joint, pivot variety of synovial joint? It is in superior radioulnar joint and the inferior radioulnar joint. Now they can ask the how many cervical, thoracic, lumbar and sacral vertebra. There are 7 cervical, 12 thoracic, 5 lumbar, 5 sacral and 4 coccygeal vertebra. The 5 sacral unite to form 1 and the 4 coccygeal unite to 1. Okay. Now what type of joint in between the 2 vertebra? It is secondary cartilaginous joint. In the intervertebral disc, the joint which is secondary cartilaginous, in between the 2 vertebra there is a disc, the periphery of which is called annulus fibrosus and in the center there is nucleus pulposus. The examiner will ask you, the nucleus pulposus is the remnant of what? It is the remnant of notochord. Now come to ribs. How many ribs you have? It is 12 pair. Floating ribs 11 and 12. What is the difference between the true rib and the typical rib? True rib posteriorly attached with the vertebra and anteriorly attached with the sternum are true rib, and typical rib which has got head, neck and the body and they are cat, that is the curved, angulated and twisted. Now the examiner will ask the how many typical rib we have and how many typical vertebra we have. Always remember R for rib and R for Rakhi Sawant. Rakhi Sawant is 39-year-old. So typical rib is 3 to 9 and typical vertebra, V for vertebra and V for Vani Kapoor. And the age of Vani Kapoor is 28. So typical vertebra is from 2 to 8. Okay. Think more about the vertebra. What is the differentiating feature of the cervical, thoracic and lumbar? In the cervical, there is foramen transverse corium. In the thoracic vertebra, there will be costal facet, and in the lumbar vertebra, there will be no costal facet, there will be no foramen transverse corium. There will be mammillary process and the accessory process will be there. Okay, and the structure passing through the foramen transverse corium. In case of cervical vertebra, there will be vertebral artery, which is in between the 6th to 1st to 6th, not in the 7th cervical vertebra. Okay, vertebral artery and venous plexus around it. Regarding clavicle, it is the pet question. What is the peculiarity of clavicle? It is HP seems ill. Hardik Pandey, cricketer है. Hardik Pandey is a cricketer. He seems ill. So it is the only bone that lies horizontally in the body. It has got one primary center. It has no medullary cavity. It is supplied by the intermediate supraclavicular nerve, which is a cutaneous nerve. It is membranous bone and it is superficial throughout. I here it is 1. So it is first to ossify, starts ossification, and L is for it is last bone to complete its ossification. Okay, what type of joint in between the sternum and the clavicle, sternoclavicular joint? It is saddle variety of joint. Where else you can get the saddle variety of joint? In case of thumb, that is the first metacarpophalangeal joint or trapezio metacarpal joint. Okay, now what is one peculiarity of that joint? It contains articular disc. Any joint which has got also articular disc, it is temporomandibular joint. Which structure which is attached to the clavicle transmits the weight of appendicular skeleton to the axial skeleton? It is coracoclavicular ligament, conoid and the trapezoid part of the coracoclavicular, that is in between the coracoid process of scapula and the clavicle. It transmits the body weight from appendicular skeleton to the axial skeleton. Regarding hip bone, this is anterior superior spine. This is anterior inferior iliac spine. It is often asked in the examination what structure is attached over here and what is here. For both, it is IS. Here, the lateral end of the inguinal ligament. I for inguinal ligament and S for sartorius muscle. Here, it is iliofemoral ligament. I for, and S for straight head of rectus femoris. Then reflected here it is attached over here just above the acetabular foramen. Okay, acetabular cavity. Okay, now the examiner will ask what type of joint the acetabulum and the head of femur is formed. It is ball and socket variety of synovial joint. Where else you can get it? In case of shoulder joint. Okay, now this is greater sciatic foramen and here is the lesser sciatic foramen. What structure passes from greater sciatic foramen? It is divided into two. The above piriformis, it is suprapiriformis compartment, and below infrapiriformis compartment. From the supra, as for supra and as for superior gluteal nerve and vessel. For infrapiriformis compartment, it is pins, and from the lesser sciatic foramen, it is pin, one pin, 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 and here it is pins, 2P, 2I, 2N and 1S. Okay, 2P is the one is the pudendal nerve and second one is the posterior cutaneous nerve of thigh. I for internal pudendal vessel and nerve, and inferior gluteal nerve and vessels. And for nerve to obturator internus and nerve to quadratus femoris. Everything is 2 and 1 as, that is the sciatic nerve. This is from the greater sciatic foramen, and this is lesser sciatic foramen, only one pin, that is the pudendal nerve, internal pudendal nerve and vessel, and nerve to obturator internus, as well as the tendon of obturator internus. Okay. So this is about the hip bone. Sacrum. What is the content of sacral hiatus? It is CSF, not cerebrospinal fluid. C for coccygeal nerve, S for fifth sacral nerve, and F for filum terminale. The lowermost pile extension of the pile extension is filum terminale. So sacral hiatus contain CSF. And examiner, this is also a pet question, with which this sacrum form a joint, what type of joint it is. Okay, so with lumbar vertebra it forms lumbosacral joint, which is a secondary cartilaginous joint. With ilium, here it forms sacroiliac joint, which is a plain variety of synovial joint. And with coccyx, it forms sacrococcygeal joint, which is again a secondary cartilaginous joint. Secondary cartilaginous joint lies in the center, which is MEIS. MEIS stands at the center, that is the manubrious joint, intervertebral disc, and symphysis pubis. Regarding humerus bone, what is the attachment over the greater tubercle of humerus? It is sit, S-I-T, sit. Sit sits here, that is the supraspinatus, then posteriorly there is supraspinatus, then infraspinatus, and then teres minor. In the lesser tubercle, what is the attachment? It is subscapularis. Lesser means sub, so it hints to a subscapularis. This is bicipital groove. The examiner will ask what is the attachment over here. On the lateral side, this is the lateral lip, which give attachment to the pectoralis major muscle. On the medial lip, here is the teres major muscle, and the base, and that is the floor, give attachment to the latissimus dorsi muscle, that is the lady between two major. And what is the content of the bicipital groove? It is tendon of the triceps brachii, long head of triceps brachii. Regarding humerus bone, what is the attachment over the greater tubercle of humerus? It is sit, S-I-T, sit. Sit sits here, that is the supraspinatus, then posteriorly there is supraspinatus, then infraspinatus, and then teres minor. In the lesser tubercle, what is the attachment? It is subscapularis. Lesser means sub, so it hints to a subscapularis. This is bicipital groove. The examiner will ask what is the attachment over here. On the lateral side, this is the lateral lip, which give attachment to the pectoralis major muscle. On the medial lip, here is the teres major muscle, and the base, and that is the floor, give attachment to the latissimus dorsi muscle, that is the lady between two major. And what is the content of the bicipital groove? It is tendon of long head of the biceps brachii, as well as the synovial sheath, and plus ascending branch of the posterior circumflex humeral artery. Now, what is the attachment over the medial epicondyle of the humerus? It is common flexor origin, the superficial group of the common flexor origin. And on the lateral epicondyle of humerus, there is the attachment of the superficial group of common extensor origin. Okay. Medial side, there is common flexor, M.F. Hussain, medial flexor, M.F. Hussain, and Bruce Lee. that is lateral epicondyle and extensor. Medial epicondylitis is also known as golfer's elbow, whereas the lateral epicondylitis is also known as tennis elbow. Lateral tennis, LT, lecture theatre. Medial golfer, MG, Mahatma Gandhi. Examiner may ask, what are the nerve get injured at different site of fracture? If upper end will get fractured, there will be injury to axillary nerve. Mnemonic is, as this is the arm bone, the mnemonic is armu. At the upper end, there is axillary nerve injury. In the middle, there is radial nerve injury. At the lower end, it is median nerve injury. And if there is fracture of medial epicondyle, then there is ulnar nerve injury. Name one bone which has got three neck. It is humerus, because it has got anatomical neck, surgical neck and the morphological neck. Anatomical neck lies in between the head and the rest of the bone, whereas the surgical neck lies in between the upper end and the shaft of the humerus. Okay, and the morphological neck is not obvious from not seen from external aspect. In the coronal section, it lies in between the two, anatomical neck and the surgical neck. In between these two, the convexity faces upward. First we read in the medical science, first we read anatomy, so anatomical neck first, and then surgery, so surgical neck at the end. Okay. Then the examiner may ask, what is the content of the radial groove or a spiral groove which lies on the posterior aspect of the humerus as well as on the anterolateral surface? Content of radial groove is radial nerve and the profunda brachii artery. In a scapula, the examiner favorite question is, what structure passes from the suprascapular notch? It is suprascapular nerve and vessels. Nerve and for navy. So it is below the suprascapular ligament. And artery, A for artery, A for air force. So the artery, suprascapular artery, passes above the suprascapular ligament. Okay. What is the attachment over the tip of the coracoid process? It is common tendon of coracobrachialis and short head of biceps brachii. This is glenoid cavity. Here is the infraglenoid tubercle and above is the supraglenoid tubercle, just behind the coracoid process, suppose here. Okay. So, what is the attachment over here? Supraglenoid tubercle, it is long head of biceps brachii, and here is the long head of triceps brachii. 2 comes first, then comes 3. So, first brachii, biceps brachii, and then triceps brachii. What is attached here on the medial end of the suprascapular notch? It is inferior belly of omohyoid muscle. The favorite question is also, why here is the corrugated surface on the ventral aspect as well as on the dorsal aspect? Because there is attachment of septa here, because the subscapularis as well as the infraspinatus muscle which lies on the dorsal aspect, both are multi-pinate muscle. So septa get attached over here, give the corrugated appearance. What is attachment over the radial tuberosity on the posterior aspect? This is the posterior or dorsal aspect of the radius bone. So what is the attachment over the posterior aspect of the radial tuberosity? It is tendon of the biceps brachii. Okay. What is the attachment over the coronoid process of ulna? It is brachialis muscle. What is the attachment over the olecranon process of ulna. It is triceps brachii. And this is ulnar stelloid process. What is the attachment over the greater trochanter? As this is the linea aspera, the posterior aspect of the femur. So, on anterior aspect of the greater trochanter, there is attachment of gluteus minimus. On the lateral side, there is gluteus medius, and the posteriorly also the gluteal tuberosity. Yeah. So, gluteal tuberosity as well as on the posterior aspect of the greater trochanter, there is attachment of gluteus maximus muscle. And on the medial surface, there is attachment of obturator internus with two gemelli, but outside the fossa. Inside the fossa on the medial surface, there is attachment of obturator externus. Because external, we have to give a special area for external. If external come for the exam, then we have to give a special area. So, the fossa on the medial surface is occupied by the obturator externus. And this is the lesser trochanter. What is the attachment over here? Iliopsoas. This is adductor tubercle. What is attached over here? It is adductor magnus. What is the attachment over the tibial tuberosity? US, United States. Upper smooth part give attachment to the ligamentum patelli. Okay. Ligamentum patelli is what? Is the tendon of the quadriceps femoris. And patella, as this is the patella is the sesamoid bone, it lies in the tendon of the quadriceps femoris, which is also known as ligamentum patelli, which get attached over the upper smooth part. What is pes anserinus? On the medial surface of upper end of the shaft of tibia, there is a goose foot like appearance of the insertion of three muscle, that is the lady between a girl, not lady, girl between two sergeant, that is in the middle there is gracilis, and at both end there is sartorius and semitendinosus. Sartorius, gracilis and semitendinosus. This is called pes anserinus. And this is medial malleolus in the fibula. This is the lateral malleolus. Okay. Head of fibula give attachment to long head of the pes femoris. The neck of fibula is in relation with which nerve? Common peroneal nerve. This is lateral malleolus on the inferior aspect. What is the attachment over the coronoid process of the mandible? It is temporalis. What is the attachment over the lingula? It is sphenomandibular ligament. Which nerve and vessels passes through the mandibular foramen? It is inferior alveolar nerve and vessel. What type of joint is in between the tooth and the mandible? It is gomphosis.